I am 25 years old. I can't tell time. I struggle with dialing phone numbers, counting money, balancing my checkbook, tipping at restaurants, following directions, understanding distances, applying basic math to everyday life. I also struggle with spelling and grammar and remembering combinations of movements, athletics, and dance. I cannot read a note of music, even though I've participated in choir since elementary. Sound familiar? I have been diagnosed with dyscalculia, a learning disability that affects my capacity to learn skills based on sequential processing, such as math, spelling, and grammar. And learning to live with a learning disability has created many challenges and often feel frustrated, confused, and alone. Sound interesting? This is a memoir called My 13th Winter. Welcome to the memoir section of the library, where you're going to read stories about people from their own words, and as well as some biographies about some famous people. So, here's some previews. Alright. The Girl Who Survived. A story about a girl who survived through the Holocaust. Talks about life in the concentration camp, how she was caught, and how she survived. Interesting, right? Here's some other famous people. Jane Goodall. Who's Jane Goodall? She is a scientist and a researcher, and she basically spent her whole life with chimpanzees. You know what chimpanzees are? They're the monkeys. Ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, ah. Okay? She spent her whole life studying them. She talks about why she studies them, what she's learned about them in life, just from looking at a new culture, a new species, new animal. Interesting, right? Another book. A person who might also be important. Gandhi. Why is he important? Gandhi was the lead person in helping the Indians, and I don't mean Native Americans, I mean Indians as in India, get independence from Britain or from the United Kingdom. Okay, and he is an incredible figure, incredible person with a lot of deep thought, philosophy, but also a very strong conviction about what is right and what is universally correct. So, really interesting stuff. Important person. Another important person. Deng. Why is he important? Well, you live in Shenzhen. You should know. He is responsible for the development of Shenzhen. Developed something called the Great Leap Forward, which is why Sheko or Shenzhen kind of boomed in 1978, and talks about him and his thought and why he wanted to develop China and what he saw were some of the challenges China had and how to make it better. Another important person. Madame Curie. Yes. Women are important too, and women in science even. Yes, she's a giant of science. In fact, she is what they called the mother of modern chemistry. Super important, and designed a lot of the principles and theories that we know to be true today in science. Great book. Last one. You read The Hobbit? Curious about Lord of the Rings? Well, ever wonder about the author who wrote all these books? What is he like? How did he come up with these ideas? All these other, what type of person was he, and what was his inspiration for Lord of the Rings? This is what this book is all about the author J.R.R. Tolkien. So here we are, memoir section.